A special report. Here's Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb.
And good morning, everybody. We come on the air with some sad news. Colin Powell, the former Secretary of State and Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, has died from complications from COVID-19. We want to get right to NBC's Chief Washington correspondent, Andrea Mitchell, who has the story. Andrea, what more can you tell us?
Colin Powell has been suffering for several years from multiple myeloma. That, as you know, is a disease, a cancer of the blood and bone. It is a very serious cancer. He was at Walter Reed. I've spoken with Peggy Soprano, his longtime spokesperson, assistant, longtime colleague, and also to a family member. He had been suffering from this for quite some time, as I had known and as those close to him had known. As you know, he was first in the administration of Ronald Reagan. I first met him when he was Deputy National Security Advisor. He, of course, rose to become Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, had worked under so many presidents, and, of course, traveled with him extensively when he was Secretary of State. He has been a long-standing spokesperson, as you know, as well for minority rights and for the African-American community. He is so proud of what he sponsored, the Colin Powell Institute at City College in New York at CCNY. Savannah, you know all of the extraordinary history of this man. I was on the floor of the convention in 2000 in Philadelphia when Republicans booed him because he had been thought of at one point of running for president and decided not to even make that challenge. But he had stood out from his Republican Party even back in 2000 at that convention for speaking up for black rights and eventually did endorse Barack Obama, as you know.
Andrea, we just got a statement actually from the family of Colin Powell, and they go on to say that he passed away this morning due to complications from COVID-19. They go on to say he was fully vaccinated. They say we've lost a remarkable and loving husband, father, grandfather, and great American.
He was 84 years old, and Andrea just detailed that he had also been suffering from multiple myeloma for many years, but there's no more recognizable figure, perhaps, in American politics than Colin Powell, who rose through the ranks 35 years in the United States military, then becoming the first African-American Secretary of State under former President George W. Bush, as somebody who was a leading voice in politics and also military affairs.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel.